if you learn in a big power car and you're not used to that, it can teach you bad habits. You need to learn how to drive the low horsepower car and then add power to it.
I want to stop the podcast for a second and thank Canvas for sponsoring this video. If you do not know what Canva is, it is an online editing tool for videos, photos, presentations, thumbnails, all sorts of things that is completely for free. Whether you're an influencer trying to make thumbnails and cover art, or you're a business owner trying to make business cards or any type of flyer, or maybe you're someone that just wants to mess around on an editing platform that is not one of these scary and frightening editing softwares like Premiere Pro or Photoshop. Canva makes it super easy and super simple as far as the layout and all of the features that come along with it. I personally use it for all of our thumbnails on the podcast along with my personal account. So if you want to support the podcast, use our link down below in the description and sign up for Canva today. Now let's get back to the podcast.
One thing that's like you've noticed, at least in the previous beginner days, that's really kind of make things click for people.
You know, I love to look them in the eyes. I love to be the guy standing at the front. I run the gate on those. I run the starting line on those so that I can talk to each driver. And then when we do, like the first thing we learn is a big donut. And I'll set out a 10 or 12 foot circle and I'll stand in the middle of that circle and have a car doing donuts around that. And I've had to dive out of the way a couple of times. But
I bet that ups the ante to where the other person is like can't just halfway through like half-ass it. They know like, hey, it's really important. That
and if they do fuck up, I'm sure it trains their reflexes too.
Well, but being in the middle of that circle, when they start to get wild and get out wide, I can tell them, hey, come back in here, come back here.
Pull it in.
I want you to stay 5 feet off of these cones. Don't be getting out there wide because that's when you get in trouble. But it's good to be able to yell at them too, and they can hear what I'm saying to them, and I can tell them, you know, what they're doing, because there's just, you know how it is. There's only 2 or 3 little things that you need to get. I like to say that you got to get your head and your butt on the same channel on. There's a couple of things that your brain's telling your body to do, but your butt's saying, dude, we can't do that. And once you get on the same page on a couple of things, then it gets a lot easier.
That's a big thing for me.
So is it all? Only reason I ask this is for Hannah. So well, I have a sister, and she wants to. You know, she has 3 brothers, and we all like to go to drift events. So she wants to learn. Now, I've like let her back my car off the trailer, and everybody is always like, oh, what the fuck, dude? It's a girl's car. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they all trip out about it. But my question would be is like, is there an automobile there that you train on before they get in a car, or would I just have to turn Shark car way down and let her go out there in that car? Like, I've never been to one. I would actually like to go to one.
Brennan let Celeste go out in his car before it was supercharged.
So Brennan let Celeste do some laps in the car, and the car was still too much for her because she was literally had never done anything before.
She hadn't done anything.
And I got in the car with her, and she was to where she was letting off as soon as the car started to slide.
Yeah.
And so I literally sat in the car with her, and I said, "Listen, look at me in the eyes.
Stay in it.
Turn the wheel all the way to the left." And mash the throttle and don't let off until I tell you to.
Yeah.
And don't turn the wheel. And all we did was just go in a big circle.
Yeah.
But it got her over that.
The fear.
Holy crap, we're sliding.
Yeah.
I see this is okay, right? Yeah. And then what's the other girl in that same little group?
Alex Culver.
Yes, Culver. So she took to it. She had just learned to drive a stick the week before.
Oh, dude, I've got videos of her, dude. She's a whole
first day at Clarksville. She did
crushed
great.
shit.
That was a week after that class she came to, and I had her doing the figure 8. She took to it like nothing.
That car was broke too. Yeah. That car, you would get in it, it would kept cutting off mid. I took it out, and it cut on me, and she was like driving through it. I was like, God damn, what a badass!
I hopped in it with her once, and we did like 2 laps, and she just killed it.
Yeah,
both laps.
it.
So I was like,
that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite Facebook posts. Was he put up a post that said, "Just in case you needed to know, Barry's drift classes work."
Yep.
Yeah.
Because she went out there.
I bet that felt good.
It did.
How much is it?
Yeah.
How much is it?
Well, it totally depends on where we have to do it, but I think that one was $125, $150, something like that. It's generally, it's not. It just depends on where we can go and do it. We did one at Clarksville one time, and I think it was about $150.
Yeah, to anyone looking, like that's about your average.
I try to keep
driving
them as
ticket
cheap
anyways.
as possible. I try to look at anything like that as what would I pay to do that. I wouldn't pay $200 for it, so I don't want to charge $200. I wouldn't pay that, so I don't.
Well, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just turn it all the way off. It'll just be.
Well, there's a new little something that I like to tell you guys about that it just happened in the last couple of weeks. So Slide Factory, we are going to begin to. We not only build drivers, we're going to be building parts. We're going to be building cars. But I have bought 2 cars to use as trainers, to use as rentals.
No way.
I've bought a little Mustang GT and I bought a little 350Z. And so we are going to have 2 cars available next year for the beginners classes, for rental at a regular event, that kind of thing.
That would be awesome.
Okay, I'll prepay.
I know, yeah.
Because that'll be a good gift for Hannah. She'll be like, "You did what?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I would let her drive. I don't think my car would get hurt, but I just don't know if my car is one of those cars where, if something breaks, only I know how to fix it.
She don't need to learn in that monster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a big thing for boyfriends and stuff that are, especially in this area that I've heard, that they want to take their girlfriend out there to just let them learn, but they have a fucking 600, 500 horsepower
and you
car.
don't need to learn in a big power car. You need to learn in a low power car anyway.
Yeah.
You do. You need to learn because if you learn in a big power car and you're not used to that, it can teach you bad habits. You need to learn how to drive the low horsepower car and then add power to it. It's just better to learn that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was not a joke though. I'll seriously prepay.
Yeah.
For real.
With a car rental, we're still working on what that number is going to look like. And
y'all probably have to get done building the cars and everything before you could even decide on a number, right?
Yeah. We've got to put the 350Z is ready to go. Anybody that knows, it was Elijah's car, Elijah White. He and Ashley are getting ready to move to California, and he was like, I know.
Sorry.
I know. But her dad's out there, so she wants to go out there for a little while. More power to her on that.
Yeah.
But we bought that little car just in case they want to come back, and he wants to buy it back one day. So So I said, well, sell it to me for what you want to buy it back for, and that's what we did. And
there you go.
So now we've got a nice little car that's already set to go, and then that old Mustang sitting out back here. We just got to put a angle kit and a brake in it and weld the diff up, and it's ready to go. So.
Okay. Dude, that'll be fucking sweet.
Yeah,
that'll be awesome for those beginner days.
Hannah would like that. I feel like
now I got to buy a dang trailer that I can haul 3 cars on. One of those big open, big ramp suckers. I guess I got to buy one of those now.
Yeah.
So did you see the post on Facebook about how I bought my truck? I'm not going to tell the story again, but basically a guy told me, if it's such a good I'm a car salesman for those who don't know. The guy came in, was trying to negotiate, said he didn't like that it was a long bed and that it was too expensive. And then I pointed out that it wasn't too expensive, that it was the cheapest 2,500 in 75 miles. He was like, well, if it's and this is the exact verbiage he used. If it's such a good price, you smart ass, why don't you buy it? So I bought it. So now
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah. That was good timing. So now
I knew the story. So.
Yeah. So now I have this truck that'll pull 18.1 at the tongue.
Yeah.
And I only pull shark car. You know? I don't really do anything. So me and my brother have been talking about maybe picking up a 2-car that comes up a little. So we'll see.
As soon as you got that truck, I was like, 2-car truck. 2-car wedge.
Well, dude, if I get what is the 3-car weigh?
Such a flex, dude.
What does the 3-car weigh? Because if the 3-car weighs, then we could pull them off. Well, Josh doesn't really drift. He just goes and drinks
you got to
beer.
think about 3,000 pounds per car. So, and then whatever the trailer weighs.
The trailer's going to weigh
a
8,000 pounds in it, 10,000 pounds.
You'll be pushing the limit, that's for sure.
Yeah,
you wouldn't want to.
I wouldn't go very far.
Yeah, with a
gasser, baby.
Well, yeah, it'd be a goose, but I'm just saying, I don't know. Because that'd be cool if we could just load them all up and not have to worry about it.
It'd be a fucking flex, dude. Especially if you all got the same livery and shit.
Because I've got to take this, so I can't be without my baby. So I got to be able to haul 3 of them suckers.